Alright guys, it's J-Dog John Karshman. I want to say welcome to Gia Bovia. Gia, I hope I said your name right. I was excited just to say your name, Gia Bovia. Wonderful names, like chocolate, it just flows off the tongue. At least I hope I'm saying it right. Anyway, welcome to the show, and I hope you find something useful and helpful to you in the garden. Now we're talking about springtime, early springish. It is officially spring, so doesn't it feel so much different now? Or you're still shivering? We're going out into the garden. We want to do something in the garden. Take a look at your Japanese maples. Now I have a Japanese maple here, and it's just getting us. You can start seeing the buds on it just starting to get bigger, and it's getting excited. Just not quite about to leaf out, but there is some damage. Now this is a Japanese maple. There's thousands of varieties of Japanese maples. This one's a really cool one. This is called Kiyohime Japanese maple. And but what I want to do is kind of show it to you, and it's a little more difficult, is that what we have here is this entire stem is dead, just straight out dead. It's a dead, rotten piece. And what I'm seeing here are some really dark spots, especially where it comes, where it meets the stem. If we see these dark spots, this might be an indication of Verticillium wilt. And that happens a lot in Japanese maples. It's something that's in the soil, so it's not anything that it just happens to be in the soil, and it's transported via the water. Now, I can't tell for sure whether this is Verticillium, but it is very, that's how Verticillium will show in your maples, is that a stem or a section of your tree won't leaf out. And if you look at those dark bands, that might be a hint of Verticillium. Now what we want to do oftentimes, now it's in the soil, we can't do anything about it, there's nothing to treat it right now, but what we can do is at least slow that spread if we can. So what we want to do is prune this out as soon as we see it. What I want to do is prune down below the dark mark back here. So I'm going to prune this all the way down here. It's a pretty drastic cut for such a small tree. So you see that how dark it is right here, and then I've cut it down into the green stem. If this is Verticillium, and like I said, it looks that way, we might have stopped it currently. So we're going to keep a sharp eye on this tree. Now about those pruners that I just used, what we want to do is before that next cut is just to take some rubbing alcohol, and what I'm going to do is put it in a little, boy, if the kids see me, they're going to say, Papa's using our pudding container for his videos. But hey, it's what we got to do. And what we want to do is just dip your pruners in there. Sometimes people dip it, sometimes they'll just rub it with a cloth. We do want to make sure we sterilize before we make that next cut, especially if we make a next cut on a different maple. So it's a little bit slower to do, but it's very important. So anyway guys, Verticillium wilt in maples. Hopefully that's helpful. Guys, that's the show for the day. Always live your passion.
See me right out of the sunset on the color TV